Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Nina and this is your weekly energy reading. We have 3 groups as usual. So we'll see what's happening for you in the next 7 to 10 days and what is the advice as well from Spirit. Today I'm also going to include some messages from this deck. It's a new deck, I haven't unboxed it yet, but I will be pulling out one card from this deck to give us insight into love and relationships for you for the next 7 to 10 days. And it's a very cute, fun, sort of very light-hearted deck. Okay, so we have the feather group, we have this like prayer beads. Okay, we call it mala in Hindi, and this is carnelian. So see which group is calling out to you, which object, which number, which pile, and I'll see you in your timestamps. Hi group 1, for those of you who've chosen this little feather, let's put this aside. I'm going to firstly start with Lenormand cards for you and see what the message is. Okay, I want 4 cards for some reason. Okay, all right. So these are the cards that we have pulled out for you. Bottom of the deck we have the ship. Okay, so this could have something to do with overseas, with someone who is at a distance from you. It could have to do with a business, some trade, some deal that you are cracking. Okay, so we have the letter, we have the man, the letter, lilies, and the sun. This is really positive, really harmonious, peaceful, healing, but it's also something that has to do with your long-term goals, your life path in general, also perhaps your career. So maybe you're expecting some communication to come your way from specifically a man, or it could be, the masculine in general, or somebody who's adopting those energies. And this letter brings in good news. Okay, very straightforward, very simple message, and it has an impact perhaps on for the long haul in your life. Okay, so it definitely could have to do with a career that you're starting, a new job that you're starting, or even a business for that matter, but it has an impact for the long term. Okay, so it's very good, positive communication that is coming your way. Let's see your tarot cards. We have the 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and we have the World. Okay, so in a way this is suggesting to me that whatever this news is, it's heralding in something positive. It's also bringing about a change in your circumstances in a very positive manner, because what you've been going through is something that is quite tedious. Okay, it could be that you're dealing with people who have not been trustworthy, or you've had to fight a lot with your circumstances or with a group of people. It could also be a competition in which you are coming out successful and victorious. Okay, so let me just adjust that. There we go. So whatever it is, I feel like this news, this communication, this positive turn of events is something that's going to help you move on, move forward into the next phase of your life. Okay, with the World card there, whatever this is, okay, it could definitely be people that you were dealing with, some messy situations, having to deal with some circumstances that were at odds with your desires and what you wanted. That is now coming to an end, and you are coming out of it successful. Okay, it's also for me the World, a card of success, of accomplishment. So I feel like you're getting this success after a lot of hard work, after a lot of competition perhaps, and having to also deal perhaps with your own tendencies of self-sabotage. Okay, so in a spiritual sense as well, this is a huge accomplishment. Okay, there's an end of conflict, there's an end of fears, doubts, cheating, lying, stealing, whatever that, however that applies to you in your life, and dealing with circumstances and people that have been coming, like that have been an obstacle in your life. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So this looks like a really positive new beginning in your life. Let's see, also with the world, the ship, this could definitely have something to do with maybe you've applied for a job or some position, maybe you've applied for a university admission abroad, and or at a really long distance from you, and now you're coming out on top of that competition successful, and you've got the deal, or the opportunity, or the admission, or however that applies to you. Okay, there is definitely some positive news coming your way. We have fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And we have astrologically right now, South Node, I'm not surprised this card has come up, because there's a lot happening in astrologically with respect to the South Node, and South Node has to do with karma. Okay, and I definitely feel like you've ended like a huge karmic cycle or a phase in your life. You're ready to start anew, you're ready to be reborn in a way. Okay, and ready to move on from circumstances that have held you back. Beneath that we have the stalk. Okay, and beneath that we have the cross. This is karma. Okay, and you've ended that cycle, you've ended that chapter, and in this next week you're going to start to see a new door opening up for you that's going to allow you to break free from that cycle and to start anew, to start afresh. Okay, because after the world comes the fool. That's when you start over. Okay, on a new journey. All right, we have between worlds. Okay, number 3, blessed, number 22. Okay, we have luminous doom, number 56. And lastly, your advice, we have new moon, promise. I do feel like there's a promise here from spirit, from the universe, that your manifestation is coming. Okay, and if there is something that you wanted to initiate, if you want to, let's say, start a new business and you're waiting for a deal or an agreement of some sorts, a contract, I feel like that's going to come about in this week. And from next week onwards, you're going to fully get in the groove of that new cycle, is what I feel. Okay, but in this week, you're being advised to start working on that, start planting new seeds. Okay, and also, if there is an idea that you want to bring to life, that you want to birth, this is a really good time for you to do that. Okay, let's say you want to launch your own website, you want to market your own product or service, this is a really good time for you to get going with that. Okay, to either lay the groundwork for it, or if you've already been working with it, maybe start to see when you can launch that, because this is a really opportune time for you to do that. Now with the 4th chakra and luminous doom here, and South Node, and this card as well, between worlds. Let me just adjust this so you can see all the cards. There we go. It's telling me that you're kind of in that in-between stage, which can be a little bit frustrating. Okay, and either you're dealing with certain people who are like this, who are probably not happy for you, and I won't be surprised with that. People who may be really nice to you on your face, but then they don't want you to succeed, they don't want you to move on in some way. Maybe they don't want you to like literally move or travel. Okay, because I am seeing that as well here. Okay, these are strong cards for immigration, for movement. Okay, and if there are certain people like that, this is suggesting you to not let them hold you back. They may be relationships that are very karmic in nature, that are meant to teach you something, but that you are meant to surpass in some way. You've learned that lesson, you're ready now to start anew, afresh. Okay, new moon is a time for planting new seeds, for launching new ideas, for publishing whatever it is that you're, let's say you're writing something, a blog. It's a good time for you to make it public. Okay, but this week, the next 7 to 10 days, you're going to receive that blessing, okay, that you have been waiting for. All right, that is definitely coming. But it's a week also for you to process what you're leaving behind. It's a week for you to prepare yourself for what's to come, for that new phase, because you're at the world stage. Okay, you're not yet in that fool or the magician stage. Okay, that is coming. But with this change of season, change of cycle, change of phase in your life, there is the message here also of letting go, of releasing old karmic ties, old karmic attachments that may be holding you back, that may be even blocking your heart chakra. And it's a good time for you to process that, to release that, and really make space for the new in your life. Okay, and this definitely could have something to do with relationships, with also hurts, pain, wounds that you've got with, thanks to whatever it is that you were dealing with. Okay, or whatever you were going through. I feel like it's come after a lot of challenging times. This victory, this success is hard won, is what I'm getting. But don't let that hold you back. I know it's quite frustrating to be in this in between stage, because you're still going through that change process, but it's going to be very rewarding once you get out on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to pull one card from this new deck, which I haven't shuffled, but I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle and pull out one card for you. Let's put this aside. What do they need to know when it comes to love and relationships? Okay. And some people can't help being that way, because they are living through you vicariously, is what I'm getting, or they don't know how to. That's just their state of consciousness. So it's best not to pay attention to that and to look forward to the future, because there's a lot of positive stuff happening for you. Okay, wait, let's pull out one card for you. What do they need to know, group number 1, with respect to their love life and relationships? Let's pull out receiving. And this one also has a letter here. How cool is that? How interesting. We have a letter here as well. Very similar. Okay. So there's some really positive communication coming your way. I open up and allow myself to receive love in all ways, from all directions. That's the heart-centric, heart chakra energy. It may seem scary, but it's better than receiving audits, bed bugs, or hate mail. I receive love and it feels so good that I decide to receive it some more, and then some more, and maybe just a wee bit more. So these are really cute and funny cards, but that's a really good message for you to have as well. So open up to receiving, and God bless. I hope this reading helped. I'm excited for you. Let me know in the comment section if this resonated, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi group 2, for those of you who've chosen these prayer beads, These actually belong to my dad, my late dad. Let's see. I'm pulling on some Lenormand cards for you. I'm going to pull one more. Okay. Bottom of the deck we have the Tree. So this is a really good card to get if you have been, suffering from health problems, or if you've generally been quite anxious. It says that you're going to be in a more grounded and peaceful energy. Now here we have the child, the dog, the mountain, and the birds. Okay. Now there could actually be some delayed communication coming your way. Okay, it could be from a friend, it could be from a childhood friend is also what I'm getting. It could be from a new connection, could be from someone who's younger than you, and someone you haven't heard from quite a while. Okay, so it could be that you've lost contact with someone who maybe even stays abroad or stays at a distance from you. It could also be a sibling, because this could imply family as well. So you're hearing from someone you have lost contact with, or someone that you were waiting to hear from. Okay, and I feel like this is a long time coming. Like, this communication is something that you were really, really waiting for. And it could herald a new beginning in your life in some way, or in a new beginning in this connection. It could also be that if you had a fallout with this person, could be a sibling, could be a work colleague, could be a friend. This is the week where things start to heal. That iceberg starts to melt. Okay, that's what I'm also seeing. Let's see your tarot cards. We have Judgment. Yeah, so there's definitely some communication. You're hearing some call. Okay, could be a literal call. We have Nine of Swords. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords. So lots of swords here. This definitely has to do with communication, with thoughts, with ideas. So you could be hearing from an air sign specifically. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm also hearing for some of you this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, maybe they are like they have those signs as well quite prominently in their chart. But you're having a straightforward conversation, I feel, with somebody you've lost contact with. With the Judgment card there, this is talking about a resurrection of this connection, like I mentioned with the Lenormand cards as well. This is like, the iceberg starting to melt and things starting to move again, or you hearing from this person maybe out of the blue, and that evokes a fresh connection, a fresh spark in your relationship. Now, the Nine of Swords could simply imply that you have sleepless nights thinking about this person, or thinking about how you're maybe going to also communicate with this person. Maybe you want to do this, okay? Maybe you want to reach out to somebody and, clear the air and be honest and be upfront with this person. Maybe there's been some misunderstanding between you all. And this is the week where you get this opportunity perhaps to heal your connection with each other and to start on a new path, a new journey with each other. Okay, that's what I'm getting strongly for you. For others of you, this could be communication from someone who is in an authoritative position. It could also be a legal case for some of you is what I'm getting. It could be that you've been waiting to hear this judgment call on a particular case which you've been really, really worried about, and this is the week where you finally get to hear some news, some conversation, or some information about this court case. Okay, that could also be the case. And I do feel like in this upcoming week, you're going to get clarity about some situation that has really got you worried. It's caused you a lot of anxiety, is what I'm getting. And it's maybe something that you had put on the back burner, or something that you had at least tried to forget because it was worrying you a lot. But this is a week where it gets kind of resolved, or you start to see the answers, you start to see the solution, like how can we resolve this. Okay, let's see your oracle cards. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So this has to do with intimacy, with creativity, with passion, and also relationships. Okay, and for me personally, as somebody who practices energy healing, this is the chakra where a lot of our feelings get pent up, especially in women. And this needs to be cleared. Okay, if especially you're feeling low on self-esteem, or just your general life force, you're feeling dull, you're feeling like you have no energy left, to do anything, or you're getting a lot of these sleepless nights, you might want to work on this chakra as well, because it clears the paths. Okay, it clears away pent up emotions, and it gives you also this sense of clarity, which brings in more creative ideas, more creative solutions. Okay, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So we have Aquarius as well here. It could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with. Okay, co-create, number 40. Come to the edge, number 36. I really like how this is going. Penelope Dreamweaver, number 28. Wow. Are you innovating something new? Some of you could actually be even finally, if you're especially someone who does a lot of writing, or who's a creative writer, or whose life purpose revolves around communication. Okay, lots of it, not like in general, because all of us do communicate, but I mean like your words hold power. This is the week, I feel, when you're going to get a lot of innovative and brilliant ideas. Okay, and don't negate anything, because this is like communication coming from your guides, from Archangel Gabriel. Okay, from the divine, from source, because you will get certain ideas which maybe even through your dreams. Okay, which are, when you enact on them, I feel like you will find success. Okay, this could be something very innovative that you haven't tried before. I'm picking up on a lot of creative juices flowing, and a lot of ideas coming through. You may be maybe even getting some visions, some very prophetic dreams, or very vivid dreams that give you the answers to some impending questions. So really pay attention to your dreams, to your inspirations, because the ideas that you're getting now are not ordinary, and they're not something to be shrugged off. Okay, shaman, ancient healing wisdom. It's funny how I mentioned energy healing. Maybe you are an energy healer yourself, or you are getting ideas that would help the community, the world at large. Okay, Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius is about that, about being able to do something, serve in a way that would help and benefit the community at large and people at large. So maybe you're getting some ideas, or you're working on something this week which has an impact on a lot of other people. It could be anything, but specifically for work, I feel this is amazing. All right, now when it comes to relationships as well, if you are getting this call, this pull to communicate, to get in touch with that person you've lost contact with, or reach out to somebody, do it. Okay, do it. That's what this reading is saying, because there's a real possibility, like I said earlier, for you to heal this connection. And maybe I'm also hearing your roots with this person go way back, okay, to a past life. and you're meant to heal this connection. Okay, whether you stay in it or not, it's meant to be resolved, it's meant to be healed, so that you can move on and free yourself from this burden. Okay, that's what I'm strongly getting here. And when it comes to especially those ideas, those, aha moments, light bulb moments, those, I would say, out of the box kind of ideas that you're getting, make a note of them and jump at it, okay? Because I do feel like the universe is backing you very strongly, and you're getting these these solutions or these thoughts. They are being planted in your head for a reason, okay? And for you to act on them. Very, very strong energy when it comes to that. Alright, let's pull out one card when it comes to your relationships. We have compliments. Okay, that's cute. And bottom of the deck we have the key and the treasure chest here. And I was just talking about solutions. Okay, curiosity, meeting new people. That could also be something that's happening for you this week. Compliments. I know how good it feels to get a compliment, so I give that gift to others. I'll find a nice compliment for everyone I interact with today, even if I have to think really hard about it. In which case, I can follow up by complimenting myself for solving such a compliment puzzle. Wow, I'm skilled. Okay. So these cards are really cute and funny. It's another synchronicity here that this card depicts cats, and you have a big cat here. Look at how similar that is. So maybe this is calling on you to be either the bigger person or take the lead in some way, okay? To come to the edge in some way in your life. That is what I have for you, group 2. Really interesting reading. I hope this was useful to you and you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'd love to have you on board, and leave me a comment. That would also be appreciated. I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi, group 3. For those of you who've chosen this carnelian, as soon as I kept your pile on the table, I heard designer. Now, I don't know in what sense that applies to you, but it feels to me like you guys are working on something very creative, or you're thinking of designing something, or maybe you are stuck in some way, and your guidance here is to spruce it up perhaps, okay? Pay attention to the design of whatever that is, okay? Very creative pile. Let's see what Lenormand has to say for you. I'm going to be pulling 4 cards this time. We have the cross. We have the dog. Okay. This came up for another pile. We have the moon. Very psychic. Okay. You may have some psychic or spiritual gifts. Okay, so 2 cards want to come out. We have the child and the key. It feels to me like you have some... Firstly, if there are some problems, okay, which is depicted by the cross, this is the week where you will find solutions to that problem. Now again, with the child there, it feels to me like this solution, this answer, is something that you haven't tried before. It could be something very new to you, okay? So you're probably a novice at it, or it's a new kind of solution, and it's a new idea basically to try out something differently, okay? And for others of you, this is an opportunity definitely coming through, an opportunity that would, it's like something that you have been hoping and wishing and desiring, and something that you have probably patiently waited for. It could be, in a job setting, it could be in a friendship, it could be in love as well, but I'm not really feeling that here. this is an opportunity also for you um, to gain some kind of recognition, is what I'm getting. Okay, it's opening up a new door for you. Again, with that message, the channel message about design or about creativity, maybe the solution that you find is through some friend. Okay, for some of you, this is you staying loyal to your spirituality, whatever that means to you. Okay, and that is what brings in this aha moment, this enlightenment, this brilliant idea to do something new or for a new path. Okay, so pay attention to that. It could also happen in your dreams. Your pile is very psychic, is what I'm getting. Okay, and also pay attention to the words you hear from people, from friends especially, or siblings, or from co-workers, because those could also give you some, hits, intuitive hits, or some ideas, and that is where your solution lies, is what I'm getting. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. Nice. Ace of Swords. Look at that. Brilliant ideas, aha moment. That is what the Ace of Swords also signifies. And then we have Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so whatever this is, this enlightenment, this light bulb going off, it is going to give you a solution to something that has kept you stuck. Okay, like I mentioned initially, something that you have been perhaps only thinking of from an intellectual perspective, but this answer is coming from your intuition and from deep within your soul. Okay, from your subconscious self or your subconscious mind, because we also have this crescent moon in most Two of Swords that is visible, which is suggesting that sometimes the answer lies not in the two paths that are visible to you, but in the path that is not visible to you. Okay, which can be felt, um, which can be seen with the eyes that are not. Wait, is this making sense? Let me frame this properly. Which can be seen with the inner eyes. Okay, not outwardly. I feel like that is what's happening here for you in the next week. I know this is sounding very vague and a bit too esoteric perhaps, but that's what I'm strongly feeling here. And you are receiving guidance, you are receiving opportunities this week. Some new door is definitely opening up for you. You might have a choice between, either to go with the heart or with the head. Again, that could be the crossroads that you're at. That could be the big decision that you need to make. So again, you'll need to tune in to your intuition to see which path is good for you and which path you really feel called to. Okay, because there are two aces here, which does present a big change in your life. Okay, this could be a change of location, a change of job, a change of your living circumstances, a change of the way you approach something. Could be your business, could be your creative project. Okay, but really get your notepads out and your pen, because you're going to receive a lot of ideas and a lot of downloads this week. And stay vigilant, pay attention to your surroundings, because you may be getting messages through other people or just, through your environment somehow. Okay. Action. And this one also shows two horses, which reminds me of the Chariot card. Sometimes it feels to me like, you're getting pulled in two different directions, the black and the white. And to me, what I'm getting here is, that you are in tune with your higher self. Okay, the white horse to me signifies spirit, and the black horse is your 3D self. Okay, you're actually being guided by your higher self, by your whatever you want to call it, your inner being, your inner God, your source. Okay, that's what you're being led by. So pay attention to what you're being told, to what you're being shown, okay, to what you're hearing. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra, and this is also actually, I think it's moon in Libra, the Two of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. You could be dealing with a Libra, but doesn't have to be. Libra has to do with equality, with justice, with fairness, and also weighing the pros and cons. You do have some decision to make this week, and it could have a really big impact on your life, okay? Serendipity, number 18. New life. Look at this. This is brilliant. Actually, all the three readings have been so positive this week. It's so exciting because I feel like a lot of unexpected blessings are coming your way. And this seems to be like the collective energy. New doors are opening up, new opportunities are coming about. There's definitely, we have Venus and Mars right now, I think, in Sagittarius. So there's a definite opportunity here also for romance, okay, for a new romantic cycle to begin, quite literally for you. And if you do come across somebody, it's going to be pretty much out of the blue, and you do have the Ace of Cups there, okay. So it feels to me like it could also be for some of you like a childhood friend, somebody you haven't had the opportunity to see in a different light or see in a more intimate manner. That could also be the case, but it feels very destined, okay. You have the Key and the Cross there. These are both very big destiny cards, which suggest your life path, which suggests your soul mission, you could say. So whatever you're deciding on and whatever you are coming across this week, I feel like it has a very big role to play in your life in general, and it is going to steer you towards something, towards a new life, towards something exciting is what I'm getting, okay. The Singer of the Chalice, number 12. This is 12, 39 also boils down to 12, and 12 boils down to 3, which is the birth of something new. You have new beginnings all over your reading, group number 3. This is so encouraging and positive. And it's almost like this luck hits you when you're almost asleep, okay? Because in this card, it looks like she has been asleep and she's just been woken up from her slumber with this new opportunity or this calling or this communication or this idea, whatever it may be. It's helping you embark on a new journey. And for some of you, it could definitely have to do with love, okay? If you're meeting somebody though, it's going to be very out of the blue. Very unexpected is what I'm getting, okay? That's the Singer of Chalice as well. Just stay open to it. Allow the energy to flow through you. Your advice is rain, purification. So that's talking about, again, more water, okay. You may be a water sign, or you're being guided perhaps to work with water in this upcoming week. Maybe do some salt baths or cleansing rituals with water. If nothing else, all you can do is, when you're going for a bath, just set the intention that this water is cleansing me of all old pent up energy, of negativity, of emotions that I have held on to, okay, grudges, anger, resentment, envy, all of that. I'm releasing all of that, and with that you purify your vessel for it to be filled with something new, okay, which is definitely coming your way. Now, if this is related to work as well, could be related to a job, like I said, it is going to be something that you really enjoy doing, I feel, something that you love doing, okay. No. Let's get one card from this new deck that I spoke about in the beginning. What do they need to know, group number 3? Humility. Look at the picture. Okay. So, I take a deep breath and release all of my desire to be right. Without right, what's left? A soul and pliable version of me that's willing to make mistakes, hear other people's opinions, I try doing stuff in a different way. In other words, I get to take a pretty sweet, all-inclusive brain vacation. Yeah, so your brain is probably what's going to get you into this Two of Swords moment. Okay, try not to overanalyze or overthink things. But I do feel like with this, one of the messages that I'm getting from this card is also of seeing the other person's perspective. Okay, especially when it comes to relationships, love, that's what Libra rules as well. Partnerships, relationships, contracts of all kinds. The ability to see things from somebody else's perspective is a huge superpower, you could say, and it calls for humility, definitely. Bottom of the deck we have rest. Okay. So the Two of Swords in some decks is actually called peace. Okay. If you really need to weigh the pros and cons and you're not sure, give yourself some rest, because I do feel like you will receive a lot of guidance and answers through other means. Okay, don't overwork your brain though. All right, so those are your messages, group number 3. I hope this was useful and interesting for you, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, which I think you will. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye.